name is Muhammad Syafiq bin Mahan. Now, let's look to introduction for Islamic finance in Brunei. In 1991, the foundation of the statutory organisation known as Perbadanan Tabung Amanah Islam Brunei was established with the formation of Islamic banking, which is commonly known as TAIB, TAIB. On September 1990, the Sultan expressed worry that Brunei Darussalam has no Islamic banking present and advocate for the establishment of that present. While in 1993, Brunei International Bank became a full-scale Islamic bank offering a range of Islamic financial products. Then in 2000, the Development Bank of Brunei, owned by the government, became an Islamic bank known as the Islamic Development Bank of Brunei. Then in 2006, the Sharia Financial Supervisory Board order regulating and approving the public provision of Islamic financing goods and services. Then in 2010, a strong regulator was established for the Bruneian Islamic finance industry. Then the Order 2010 was passed by Authority Monetary Brunei Darussalam. While in April 2013, the AMBD initiated with Bank Negara Malaysia Vietnam a Memorandum of Understanding MOU to further enhance collaboration between Brunei and Malaysia in the financial field. So in here, we can conclude that since Brunei want to adhere to the Islamic value, it is not difficult to accept Islamic finance being selected as the preferred technique for handling the country financial transaction. In Brunei, Islamic finance appear promised with a sufficient legal and regulatory framework, strong governmental commitment and cooperation among the key business participants.
Okay, for the history of Islamic finance in Brunei, Islamic finance market in Brunei was then formally initiated in the 1991 when Tabung Amanah Islam Brunei, which is TAIB, in the country's first Islamic trust fund, was established to help Brunei local Muslim undertake their pilgrimage to Mecca. In 1993, Island Development Bank was converted into the first full-fledged Islamic bank in Brunei under the name of the Islamic Bank of Brunei. Prior to this, the Island Development Bank was a conventional bank. The next big thing in Brunei Islamic finance industry is the formation of Bank Islam Brunei Darussalam in 2005. The IBD is Brunei's largest bank and flagship Islamic financial institution. It was formed by the 2005 merger of two earlier local Islamic financial institutions, Islamic Bank of Brunei and Islamic Development of Bank of Brunei. Traditionally, Islamic banking in Brunei offers a product that are supported by a classical muamalat concept such as al-bay bitaman ajil, which is home financing, overdraft and facility, and then mudharabah, which is deposit, wadi'ah account, and rahnu ijarah, tuma al-bay, which is hire purchase, and the last one is murabahah, letter of credit.
Next, I will proceed to regulation governing Islamic banking and finance in Brunei Darussalam. As there is no central bank in Brunei Darussalam, Financial Institution Division (FID) of the Ministry of Finance, Government of Brunei Darussalam will be held responsible to issue and manage acts for financial businesses categories, to oversee the activities of financial services sector in Brunei Darussalam. In 1967, Brunei Currency Board (BCB) was established by Currency Act, which played the role to manage and issue currency notes and coins in Brunei Darussalam. All banking institutions are regulated by the Islamic Bank Act. It plays its role as such follows: 1. Licensing of Islamic Bank. 2. Financial requirement and duties of Islamic Bank. 3. Ownership, control and management of Islamic Bank. 4. Restriction of businesses. And the last one, power of supervision and control over Islamic Bank. That's all for regulations governing Islamic banking and finance in Brunei Darussalam.
Brunei Darussalam Financial Services Regulatory System consists of both a legal and a technical framework. The legal structure is the legislation enforced to oversee the functioning and management of financial, while the technical framework is made up of rule, norm, codes that complement the legal framework. Our fee regulation are are an example that the legislation will only mandate that report and audit be conducted in accordance with international standards. For example, system for insurance and takaful sector is close to that of the banking industry. Islam prescribes the principle of writing contracts in financial dealings and maintain that no party to any deal or trade can be abused, even before the era of complex legal paperwork and financial reward. The Authority Monetary Brunei Darussalam (AMBD) recently released the Sharia governance framework for financial institutions, which will take effect on certain dates. The system lays out rules for Sharia governance framework, procedures and arrangement, ensuring that all financial institutions and banks practice and operation are compliant with hukum syara.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Hamdan bin Muhammad Zainal Abidin. I will talk about internal Sharia audit governance. To be very clear, internal audit of internal Sharia audit should be independent from management and the Sharia department. Audit committee should ensure that the internal audit division has adequate and competent staff taking into account size of business and cost for implementation. Internal audit auditor should be impartial and unbiased and should avoid any situation likely to give rise to conflict of interest.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Amiruddin bin Saidi and my part is conclusion. Okay, to conclude, in recent years, the Islamic banking and finance industry has had a positive effect on the development of Brunei. Return on Islamic banking has been shown to be correlated with GDP growth. Profitability growth will increase the rate of growth of GDP. Islamic banking and finance have been very competitive and indeed have great potential opportunities in Brunei, but it remains vulnerable mostly to the possibility of the petrodollar to non-political future challenge. This then require a certain degree of alertness in order to develop suitable policy to avoid any unexpected implication for the national Islamic philosophy. In this article, Brunei is also very committed to the improvement of their Islamic financial institution, which enable them to adapt in a short period from the transition from traditional to Islamic banking. It is suspected that Brunei can achieve its full capacity by providing the best Islamic banking services both domestically and globally with artificial intelligence such as fintech. As a Muslim country, it is critical that the government continue to exercise Islamic principle as much as possible in every commercial activity because Islamic principle can provide barakah for any business transaction.